Yeah, thank you so much, Marzia, for your time tonight. Um, I wanted to ask
Thank
a
you.
couple of questions about the interview, about the elements of matter on the workshop that
Hmm.
you have been held on July 31st and August 1st, right?
Yes, exactly. It was a
Yeah,
2 days intense workshop.
okay. So, first things I want to say that how do you how do you feel after you done the workshop? I mean, like this is just a short question.
I felt as when I answered to the open call, and I really was an opportunity for me because I never did this kind of workshop. So sometimes generally I talk with friends in a table like this, but like online workshop about the elements of matter, I never did that with in public and an open way like I did for INA DAO and the Sisters of Earth. So it was a really very nice opportunity. I mean, I was a bit tense the first day, but then I did it. And then the second day was really more fluent. So I actually feel that uh, it's something that it I really like to do. And I can, improve it, like make it a
Yeah,
bit shorter, divide it in chapters, these kind of things. But overall, I'm happy with the result. I really enjoy to do the slides with the PowerPoint. I think was well organized, and then I
yeah,
just need to practice a bit more and resolve these
yeah.
small
We really did like
details.
your presentation. I mean, like you did a great presentation. I mean, like you really prepared those things, and we are really appreciated. And thanks for working us with INA DAO to make this art workshop to be held. Yeah, so I'm going for the introduction here. Can you shortly describe the concept and the goals of this art workshop project?
Yeah, this is more teaching concepts and ideas related to nature and linked to the astrology and this realm, this material realm and the universe. So I wanted to um, explain and provide ideas for people to create then afterwards with them. So the main concept were the four elements, which are the basics principles of astrology. So everything starts with the earth, water, air, and fire.
Yeah, the
So once
four
we know
signs.
how they work, yes, the four signs, then the seasons, the moon phases, the planets, everything is connected to the four elements. So once we understand how the four elements work, then we understand astrology without really a need to study and to learn the terminology. Okay, a good
Yeah,
vocabulary is perfect, but the concept, it's just in the four elements and the combination, how they act. So I wanted to give this knowledge that I find that is really simple in a way, but it, if well organized, makes a lot of sense. So then with this kind of inspiration, people can create art. And once they understand how the elements work, they can also translate their qualities in images, in sculptures, and
yeah.
in the arts.
And I guess
It's it.
yeah, I'm sorry, keep going.
No, no, no. Tell me, ask me. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean like we really appreciate that you made it so simple and so short and you just finish it in 2 days. I mean, like to describe the elements and the signs, the masculine and the feminine, and the other thing, just in 2 days. I mean, like we really what is it called? Amazed by what you're doing, I suppose.
Really? Okay. Well, thank you. I didn't, it's like, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was.
And
Yeah, but
about that,
it's actually, well,
yeah,
I
I'm sorry.
think it's not very complicated to understand these kind of concepts. So it's they, we can go really deep into those
Yeah,
ideas, and these take a lot of time. But just as a general description and basic knowledge, it's not difficult to understand. It's difficult to remember because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a
It
lot
is.
of information.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's surrounding around us. And
Hmm. But
about it,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm sorry. Keep going.
No,
That's okay.
I share the slides for this purpose also.
Uh,
So each person has the possibility to have it recorded on Telegram or on the phone, and just
yeah,
don't
and I
need
just
to remember.
posted on Instagram, and I really like
Hmm.
the presentation. I mean, like, I could easily cut it because you made so much easier for me to edit it. And back to the question, like, what inspired you to organize this workshop? I mean, like, from your background, or is it other thing, like when the Sister of Earth comes to your mind at the first time?
Well, I studied astrology for a few years, and I continue to, once you study this discipline, then you continue to check the chart for anything. Like, okay, what happened today happened this, so I need to check the chart. Or I know a new person that has a really particular characteristic personality, a particular job, I would like to check the chart. So it's something that I continue to practice. And sometimes I read also charts. And the thing is, when I share this knowledge with people, people are fascinated when I try to
Yeah, yeah,
explain the how a zodiac sign works, like it's connected to the fire and the fire acts in this way. So I believe it's something that can really help people to understand how reality works, and then to to give an intention also if they create art. Like in my art, I like, I wanted to um, merge everything I like in my project. So
yeah.
I use astrology, and then I use nature, and then I create scanography. So everything is together because okay, so I choose like photography, scanography, like my language. But the concept is a concept that can be used by anyone, like astrology for elements, the planets.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
try to manifest visually their nature. So that was my aim. I wanted to share the root of my thoughts, my ideas with other people, and see how they can manifest in their art the same kind of concepts.
Uh, you said that because you study astrology and then you like how
Yes.
to make things with nature and photography. You wanted
Yes.
to tell people that you can mix things up.
Yes, you can just have a concept, so have an intention, give a meaning to your art, and
Yeah,
then the art is just, it's a language, it's a technique. So behind the language, behind the technique, there is an idea. So what I wanted to is just to give ideas that help us to be more connected with nature. And we don't really need necessarily to create art with nature, but the concept that is behind is this. So then people can manifest how they want according to what I like the most. Yeah.
okay. So how did you design the structure of the workshop? I mean, like, to ensure participants to get the most out of the experience. I mean, like, this just sounds weird, but I really wanted to know how did you, I mean, like for the structure, is it needs to be particularly uh what is it needed to be particularly straight, or you need some techniques like uh like math. I mean, like if you like math, if uh like the solid thing. I mean, like, do you have the structure like that, or
Like
uh,
structure,
yeah?
like
How
you
did
mean
you design the structure of the workshop? I mean,
okay, so at the beginning, I put the two main concepts, like masculine and feminine. So it was like a layer workshop. So we started, okay, the main topic is the four elements, because they are the basics of astrology and of things in this realm. And then, okay, how the elements work, the main qualities. So there are elements that are masculine, elements that are feminine, how these two genders, let's say, work. And then the polarities, because they are opposite. So
yeah.
these are the two also important concepts to get. And then once we know that, then we go to the elements, masculine element, feminine, and the way they move, the color they have. And then once we understand the main characteristics of the elements, then we go to another layer, that is like the seasons, how they are placed in our calendar. But it's so spring is air, summer is fire. So why they behave like this? And then another layer, the planets. And then
Also, it's
once we
layer
understand the
by
connection,
layer.
yes, yes, it was like something like that. And then why a planet is connected to fire, and why the other planet is connected to water, to, like, for example,
Uh,
Saturn is very, very far from the sun, so it's a dry and dark planet, is connected to Earth.
I see.
Then the sun is fire, because it gives light to everywhere. But
Yeah,
Mars, it's light that burns because it's really near to the sun, so it's a really strong fire, it's a dangerous fire. So according to the elements, then we understand the connection that they have to the planets. And then when we have this layer, we go to the zodiac sign. And the zodiac signs are more complex because they are linked to the seasons, to the elements, and to the planets. And then when we mix those concepts together, then we have the characteristic of a specific zodiac sign.
I see.
And without really remember by heart the characteristics. Like we know, for example, Scorpio is in autumn, is in the middle of autumn, so it's fixed, it's stable. But
Yeah,
it's
I'm a
water
Scorpio.
in a season of earth, so it's something emotionally moves, but it is not, you cannot really perceive because they are feminine elements and they
Yeah,
cannot expand, they just go inward. So once you know this basic principle, then the zodiac sign is something that you don't really need to learn by memory, to memorize. You just describe the elements, the planets, and the season, and then you get sign. So it was built in layers.
right. And
And then
then
of
what?
course there was this,
Yeah, and then
was the part, because it was really intense workshop. I think we can really structure it like in 20 minutes, small sessions of 20 minutes for long time.
yeah,
uh it's true, because it's a lot to remember, and to avoid, that people get bored, I try to put inside some interactive part where the participant could share their art. I gave some links to create a color palette or
yeah,
shapes, or to find images that can remember a specific planet or elements or zodiac sign according to what we were discussing. And then, of course, there were participants that show their art or wanted to say something. So just to don't speak too
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
in this workshop.
Yeah, and then they don't get bored with the meetings, with the workshop. And talking about
Mhm.
the participant, what did you think about the workshop participant with varying skills level? I mean, like they are not in the same level, I suppose. How? What did you think about that? Is it easier for you or is it
Well,
harder for you?
it's I mean, if somebody wants to follow this workshop, it's because they know they are interested in the four elements. So I think, and in astrology and also in create, like, to get new ideas for their art. So I don't think there is like the necessity, the need to have people with an artistic background or with an astrology background. Of course, if you have a background in art, you can get inspired easily. So you
Yeah, yeah,
already you have some art, you can create faster than the others and probably participate more because of that. Also, if you have a background in astrology, you can just get faster
yeah.
the
Get
meaning
faster to
of
understand.
yeah. But anyway, it was a workshop that created for people that were in different levels, also zero level, because I'm explaining the concepts since the beginning. And the art, I really do not pretend that a person shows his or her art. There is like a website that I suggest, in which they have public domain images, and a person can just choose some images
Yeah, and
to,
then
instead of creating.
you share the link to make them experience. I mean, like experience in themselves. Right in the workshop, you share a link to uh if they wanted to make,
Color palette.
yeah, the color palette and then the other things. And about the skills. I mean, like is there any specific skills or knowledge do you have? Do you hope participant will gain by the end of your workshop?
Well, of course, they will be more conscious about astrology in general, about the elements of matter, and then they will look at things like in the way they can be connected to an element, or like a feminine energy or a masculine energy. So I think this it's I would like to give a new perspective to see reality, which was actually a perspective that was really present centuries ago, and now
Yeah.
we forgot about it. So I would like
Okay.
to present it again, because it's a really important knowledge. Once we know these kind of concepts, we can really see reality in a different way and act in a different way. And
Yeah, I
also
agree.
we can yeah, give put an intention in what we do. Also, this is important. So a piece of art is not only something that is beautiful to see, which is also very important because it's pleasure for our eyes, but in the background, behind, can have like meaning, like can celebrate something, can can remind us something deeper than just
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah, because if you know more, it will make you easier for do stuff, I guess. I mean, like if you join the workshop back then, if you guys are watching this, you should know that uh she shared a lot of things, and we already uploaded on YouTube, so you could check it. And I wanted to talk about the material and resources here is there. any specific tools you use or materials that participants might find particularly interesting or unique?
Well, for the workshop, my information comes from books. Okay, so I can suggest you here. Let me see. I have my astrology books, and this is a manual. You can find it in a lot of languages because it's like the big Bible of astrology.
Okay.
It's from it's from the William Lilly.
Okay. I
Okay.
will note that.
Yeah, it's let's see, where is it? This is in Portuguese, and it's a Christian astrology of William Lilly. It's from the 17th century, and it's actually the Bible of traditional astrology. Everything I said in the workshop, it's here. Then there are also other books and really old books like Tetrabiblos. This is in Italian. Okay, of Ptolemaeus. I don't know because I'm blurred.
Yeah.
But okay,
Maybe
but
you
anyway,
could,
it's Ptolemaeus.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you just
Yeah.
keep
Yeah, I can send you the screenshot, what
yeah,
you
sure. Yeah, that is yeah. So they could see it
okay.
and they would
Yeah.
I hope they would learn about more about the elements and the astrology.
Yeah, but then
So
a lot of also my teachers did a book, my teachers of astrology, and this is a book in I also have this, but this is more for aesthetic.
okay.
This is the
Yeah.
quadrivium. This is a beautiful book for shapes. I don't know if you can see it here because I'm blurred. But I share it also in the workshop. So this is like for shape inspirations, and nature has these kind of shapes.
Yeah, I
And
kind of like
yes,
that book. Maybe I should get one.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
just
the last
curious.
one, okay,
Yeah, the last one.
plan. Yeah, this is actually a modern manual. It's a traditional astrology, and were my two teachers that brought that.
Is
So this is
is
another.
it, how do you spell it? Tratado das Esferas. Is that how you say it?
Tratado das Esferas. Tratado das Esferas, but you can find it in English also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I don't know how the title is translated in English, but I can tell it to you. If not, I just
Yeah,
send
it's
you
okay.
the title, and you can put it in the
I will
description.
research it and I will put it under the description so they can search it. And I'm just out of curious, how long did you study for astrology and um the the fourth element?
Well, the four elements are like the basics. So, well, the four elements, it's like a chapter, a couple of chapters of the astrology. And then, I mean, I studied like 4 years, like
Oh,
study, like like with my teachers at school. And then I started to make art and then to draw charts, like always in an artistic way. And then it was my way to practice. So I started to draw the stars because it's actually really difficult to remember the constellation shapes. So in order to remember, like when you go to the university, you write,
yeah,
okay, or you write in laptop what the teacher is telling you. And then I did it like I draw the constellations in order to remember their shape. So it was at the end in my last year. So and then I started an artistic project related to astrology.
I see. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that is great. That is really great. So maybe I need to ask you like two questions more. What is what motivated you to become an instructor and share your artistic expertise with others?
Well,
What is it?
it's artistic, but in the workshop it was like more knowledge, because I didn't really share too much about the way I create art practically, like my technique, because it's like something very personal. I share more about the ideas behind, and
Yeah,
because I think and I see that when I talk about it and with someone that is interested, there are a lot of questions that pop up, and the discussion is might get very interesting. And so I decided, okay, this is, in my opinion, a topic that a person that really wants to know the elements and astrology, then is gonna be happy to follow. So
yeah,
that was motivation.
yeah.
So
Because I'm that kind of person. Like I like to teach someone if they are interested about it. Like we can help you with anything. I mean, like with your background and with your experience, you could tell and feel happy about it. I really felt that happy about it if could help anyone if they wanted to study about the new stuff.
mhm. Yeah, it's
So
I hope yeah, tell me.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Keep going. I'm
No,
sorry.
I was thinking, I hope in the as it was published on YouTube, then there will be people that will get the opportunity to follow it, and then also to stop and get some concept and think about and look for books about something, because it was really full of information. And yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. I guess so. I hope so. I really hope
mhm.
so. And do you have any plans for the future workshop? What would it be? Well,
Well, I think
are there any new
um
themes or concepts you're excited to explore in the future workshop?
well, I think I will keep on doing this, like with probably different formats. And because as it was my first time of workshop online of this kind, I think I can spend more energy in working in this, probably just focusing in a specific topic and making smaller sessions. This is an idea. And also regarding like more practical workshop, not online, because it's like it's hands-on. It's
Yeah,
not easy to do everything online. So it was a challenge actually for me, this one, because okay, it's fun and the times goes faster if you do something with your hands. So to explain and to prepare like some slides, it's something that you never know. It could be boring, these kind of things. So there is also a workshop that I do sometimes, and it's like I told you, more practical, and it's about scanography. It's like the technique I use. And so it's like we collect flowers, we go outside a bit here in the surroundings, we collect things that we found on the ground, and then with the scanner, we scan them. And then I have some tools like lamps, colors, like a paper color, or,
yeah,
whatever is. And then we move objects in the scanner to see the effect. There are specific techniques we apply, but this is like an afternoon workshop, and it goes very, very fast.
yeah.
So this is the
When you tell me the step by step, I mean, like it sounds really interesting for me. Like you did this. I mean, like, is it daily or do you routine doing this art?
No, well, no, there is not a routine. It's difficult. Also, I don't have like a routine, specific routine in my life. Is that what you are asking?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm asking. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
No,
did you
it's
do
like
this every day? Or like,
no, no, unfortunately. I would like it would be fun. No, but it's more like when I have a proposal from person, okay, do you have any idea? Let's do that. Or if I want to if I want to do it, it's not regular. I don't do it very regularly. It's
uh,
when it happens, when there is a good weather, not too hot, because for the scanography workshop we need to go out,
yeah,
so it
and
has
you
to
need
be
to
a
pick
long.
this flower.
Exactly. So spring is a perfect time. So May, June, April, May, and June. And yeah, because in winter it's raining unless there are other ideas, but for now it's just in springtime.
Yeah, okay. But I'm really excited to see your mandalas work. I mean, like, I'm scrolling your profile and I'm seeing your reels
Mm.
and I see your mandalas. I mean, like, it is really beautiful. I mean, like, how do I describe this? But I'm really enjoying to see that.
Thank you. It was the Quadrivium, the book I told you, the inspiration,
Yeah,
because it's like a nature shapes, and then during the workshop I also share like the shape of that the planet do when they move around each other, or uh, I mean they create this kind of beautiful mandalas in the universe that we cannot really see. So
yeah,
this is a great inspiration. It's actually the structure of most of my works, and then I put
yeah.
nature on top.
I really loved it. I really loved it. And this is the
Thank you.
last question. What do you
Hmm.
think about INA DAO making this event and providing female artists around the world to make this art workshop?
I think it was very, very cool. I think it was really a really nice initiative, and I really appreciate, and I could see when I check your post with the open call, a lot of participation, and also the other workshop of Carolina was
Yeah,
very. I learned like this kind of how to use the tools for AI, and I also mentioned during my workshop, I think the way you choose both, it was really complementary, because like I can give keywords and concept, and she gives the tools for to create. So
yeah.
it's actually a complementary. Hmm.
It was very hard for us to choose because we need a stronger concept that we need to collab with. So yeah, I guess that is a thank you that
Yeah, it
you said that.
was.
Yeah, I guess that is all. That's a wrap.
Okay,
So thank you so much for your time, Marzia. I guess
thank you.
we will meet you at another workshop and we will have another event um on this October and November. So I hope
Okay,
you
good.
will participate it also. And yeah, uh, thank you for everything. Thank you for
Thanks to
tonight.
you. Thanks for to Ina Dao and the Sister of Earth. It was fantastic. Keep on doing that. I mean, it's very, very cool. And the way that you organize this, very professional, and keep on doing this, and it's gonna grow better and better.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.